Hello, peer reviewers. Thanks for your willingness to be peer reviewers for the New Jersey Department of State's Complete Count Commission grant program. So the applications that you will be reviewing are specific to nonprofit and faith and community-based organizations. The grant numbers start with DOS 2020 C3-NP, and then there are three numbers after NP that identify the grant for you. And we'll talk about that in our next webinar. So the New Jersey Complete Count Commission is focused on the decennial census, which is the census that's happening in 2020. The role of the New Jersey Complete Count Commission, I think you need to get a sense of that, and the grants that you'll be reviewing. So the importance of the census is that if everybody is counted, and the focus of this grant is to identify the hard-to-count populations. Everybody is counted. There's an increase in congressional representation. There's an increase in federal funding. There's an increase in state, county, municipal resources, and there's an increase in economic development to the state. So the purpose of the New Jersey Complete Count Commission is to encourage full participation in the 2020 federal decennial census population, and its focus is to create a statewide campaign to build census awareness and knowledge through multilingual and culturally resonant messaging, emphasizing hard-to-count communities. So the New Jersey legislature designated the New Jersey Complete Count Commission to approve and administer grants to county governments and nonprofits. So you guys will be only reviewing the nonprofit / faith and community-based organization grants to conduct awareness and educational campaigns designed to promote full participation of hard-to-count populations. This is key, right? So the applications that you're going to be reviewing really need to focus on creating awareness and educational campaigns. Those can be community events, those can be going to PTA meetings, those could be meeting at religious institutions and talking to the congregants about the importance of the hard-to-count community, which are Latinos, African Americans, children, women, the poor people who are in shelters, and we'll explain that. Right? And we really want to get the money out into the communities. And I'll explain that in our next webinar. So the hard-to-count populations are young children, highly mobile persons, racial and ethnic minorities, non-English speakers, low-income persons, persons experiencing homelessness, undocumented immigrants, persons who distrust the government, LGBTQ persons, persons with mental or physical disabilities, persons who do not live in traditional housing, areas with limited or no access to the internet. So this is really the hard-to-count population that the applications that you'll be reviewing are trying to target. And they're going to target specific to their local geographic location. So on the website, there's maps and there's census tracts, and maybe some of them use that information, maybe some of them didn't use that information. I don't think it's a heavy lift for the nonprofit sector and faith community-based organizations to really create awareness and educational campaigns. Again, the idea here is to get the money to these organizations so that they can begin to create these events and targeting the hard-to-count communities. Now, these events will probably happen between February and April, right? And the money that they'll be receiving is to create those opportunities, those events and awareness campaigns between, February and April. Types of activities and outreach goals: educate the public with emphasis on hard-to-count communities, encourage participation, establish a presence on social media, promote job fairs for the 2020 census folks that they're hiring, conduct community-specific activities through local complete count committees. Now, this is, again, If there's not a local complete count committee in their local geographic area, then of course they can't work with the LCCCs, right? Uh, the other activities is create multimedia activities, and multimedia activities we leave up to them to decide what that means to them. That can be targeting only, for example, Haitian media. That can be only targeting, for example, the Latino media or the Asian media, or media that specifically target the hard to count communities. Increase the number of public information forums, and participate in community events to promote and bring awareness to the census. Now, again, this does not mean that they have this. This does not include knocking on doors. This is not what this outreach is about. Now, if an organization does go there and they start talking about they're going to knock on doors, but you can tell based upon what they're trying to do, that they can get the word out and create an awareness and educational campaign, then we will negotiate with them if they're approved funding. All right. This is the website to the New Jersey Complete Count Commission. If you want to go take a look at it, you can also Google the New Jersey Complete Count Commission. It'll take you right to the website. Make sure you click on the link for the nonprofit application. If you have any questions, contact Mukadas. Muki Ijaz. We call her Muki. She's a contract administrator, and her email is mukadas.ijaz@sos.nj.gov, or call her at 609-633-0705, 609-633-0705. I know that I emailed you the grant guidelines and an overview of the Complete Count Commission. I just want to do this webinar to give you a broad stroke overview of why the grant was released and the importance of the Complete Count Commission to making sure that the hard to count folks are counted, and why it's imperative that we get this money out to the nonprofit community so that they can create these awareness and educational campaigns. All right, so that ends this webinar. I need you to watch then the other two webinars, which will be the peer review orientation and navigating Sage to access your peer review applications and grant guidelines overview. All right. So thanks a lot. And if you have any questions, again, reach out to Mukadas or Muki.